Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome in today's lesson. Today our lesson is about two-dimensional shapes. Before we start, of course all of you know the shapes like circle, triangle, rectangle and these stuff. I think you already took it in grade 1 and also you know it from your own knowledge. But before we start and before we go deep inside the two-dimensional shapes, I would like to explain for you something. I believe that it's not necessary for now, but I would like to explain it because you are very smart students and you need to know this information. As you know, our lesson is about two-dimensional shapes, which means 2D. Okay, why we are saying 2D? And also we have something 3D. So what is the difference between two-dimensional shapes and three-dimensional shapes? What is the difference between 2D and 3D? And why we are always listening to 2D and 3D in also cartoons? I will just explain for you now about this difference and then we will go to the shapes. Let me start here. Let's start with 2D. For example, let's have this is our 2D shapes library. Just yeah. Okay. For example, this is our triangle, and also this is our square. What is 2D? 2D, that means we are drawing the shapes in lines. We are like drawing the shape, like cutting a paper as this shape. It's something that has only length and width. Length and width. As you can see here, something if we hold it, we will see nothing, just a plane, just like a paper. Did you understand the concept? I will show you another example to understand the difference. This is the 2B. This is the 2D. When you have a shape just on a plane, nothing to do with it. What about 3D? What about 3D? Let's see the difference. Have a look here. For example, can you see? Can you see this is a triangle? But look here. Can you see? We have triangles, we have rectangles, and all of them together give me the 3D shape. So what is the difference? Here we have only length and width. Here we have length, width, and height. Have a look here. This is the height, this is the width, and this is the length. So height, width, and length, 3D, three-dimensional shapes. Here, height, and width. So 1, 2, height and width. So we have two-dimensional shapes. I hope you understand the concept. Maybe it's something new for you, but it's something fun to know. What about the animation? I mentioned something about the animation. Yes, the animation, like sometimes you watch cartoons like, let's say, SpongeBob. This is two-dimensional cartoons. But when you see Frozen, for example, or yeah, Frozen is a good example. Do you feel that they are more realistic? They are more real. So this is a three-dimensional example. And if you want to check, also you can check YouTube for two and three-dimensional animation to see the difference between them. And maybe I can put it in your in Class Dojo, a video explaining the difference. I hope you understand. Now let's go back to our lesson. It was just 4 minutes to give you the concept of 2 and 3D. Now they are asking us, what words can you use to describe two-dimensional shapes? I already used many words. We used height, we used width, we used plane, we used like a paper. They don't have height, and they are like a drawing and this stuff. Let me show you some of them. This is a triangle, this is circle, and this is square, this is rectangle. And starting from here, we will start, I think, new shapes for you. This is pentagon, pentagon, pentagon. What about this? This is trapezoid, trapezoid. What about this? This is parallelogram, 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 trapezoid, hexagon, hexagon. So, I said for this pentagon and it was my mistake. This is hexagon. What is hexagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hexagon has 6 lines in its shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What about pentagon? I said by mistake pentagon for this shape, but it's again hexagon. Hexagon has 6 lines. What about pentagon? Pentagon is the same shape of hexagon, but instead of having 6 lines, it has 5 lines. So again, triangle, circle, square, rectangle, hexagon, trapezoid. What is trapezoid? Trapezoid is a shape like close to the square and the rectangle, but instead of having straight lines, it has not unstraight lines, angled lines. So maybe we can talk about them as the number of lines they have. Triangle has 3 lines, so this is one of the numbers. Circle has no line, so 0. So circle has 0 lines. Triangle has 3 lines to make the shape of it. Square has 4 lines to make the square, 4 equal lines. All of them are the same height and width. What about rectangle? Rectangle has also 4 lines, but they are not equal. These two are equal and these two are equal. What about the trapezoid? Trapezoid also have 4, so now all of these are from the same family that have 4 lines. So trapezoid has 4 lines also, but they are not parallel. They are not, look here, they are not, these are parallel, but these are not parallel. And the last 4-line shape is parallelogram. Parallelogram. This line and this line are parallel, and this line and this line are parallel, but they are not straight like this shape. Can you see? The last one is hexagon. If we remove one of the lines, it will be pentagon. Let me draw it for you. The pentagon will be like this. I think all of you know the pentagon. This is the pentagon. So hexagon, pentagon, and if we remove one line from this also, look what we will get. We will get square. Do you see? So circle, triangle, circle has no line. Triangle is consisting of 3 lines. What about square? 4 lines. What about pentagon? Yes, 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What about hexagon? 6 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Can you see? They gave us here some examples for the shapes. Let's name them all together. This is a triangle, this is a circle, and inside we have small circles. This is a rectangle, this is a triangle also, but upside down. Do you see? Our triangle in general is like this, but this is upside down triangle. What about this? This is a flipped square also. Our square should be like this. This is square. Inside this is a rectangle, and inside this is circles. Another upside down triangle, and this is it a circle? Can you tell me, is it a circle? I think it is half circle. Now let's read the question. Circle the real world objects that are triangles. I think it's easy for us. We are very smart students. Let's put a circle around the triangles. So this is our first triangle, our second triangle, and our third triangle. Am I right? Let's see. Yes, we are right, and we did it right. Now, you can give me real world example for circle, rectangle, and triangle. We already saw. Let me put the shapes. Let me draw the shapes for you. I will not be very specific because I'm drawing in my hand, but I hope it helps. Circle. Ooh, it's very bad. Rectangle. Rectangle, I can use the line. Yeah. And triangle. Give me examples for these. Circle is like pizza, is like, what else we have circular? But think about it and tell me. Rectangle, what examples do we have? Rectangles like the keyboard, like the mobile shape, the iPad shape. What about triangle? What about triangle? See how around you. Maybe we will have erasers as triangles. Maybe we will have games as triangles. You think about it and you answer. Look, they gave us examples. Circle is like the clock. Rectangle is like the dollar, $1, or 10 dirhams. It doesn't matter. And triangle is like a pillow shaped on triangle. Amazing. You can draw whatever you want. Now, again, we have the names of the shapes and we should use these shapes to tell them. Circle. This is a circle. Hexagon. We don't have this shape or we have it? Yeah, we have it here. Hexagon. And this is hexagon. So, circle and hexagon. Maybe you can have another color. It will be more fun. This is hexagon. Square. Where is the square? This is this or this? Of course. This one. Good job. Rectangle. Yeah. This is rectangle. Now we want triangle. Triangle. This is the triangle. Excellent, everybody. Thanks for watching.